Hi Keith, Wendy, Kevin Wright here. Thanks for the call the other day, Keith. I did say I was going to send you something, and this is basically a very quick, short video on some tips that you can do yourself. And if you want help with, of course, I can help you as well. As I said, I am looking for a company in the Cotswolds area. I'm actually looking for one company that it's better for me to look for one company that covers all the area rather than having several companies in various different cities. But sometimes I have to do that. It would be nice to find someone to partner with that covers the whole area, of course. But this is just a video to show you some tips. You can, as I said, work those yourself, or if you want some help, then I can help you as well. Okay, so first of all, what I want to do in this video is to show you what's important to get into the maps, the map pack, what's important for your website to get into the Google organic results at top 3, and what's important for Google Ads. And then hopefully you can adjust a few things to get better results. First of all, let's have a look at the results here from a search tree surgeon, Swindon, for example. There's about 150 to 210 searches per month for that term. I'll show you how I know that later. And up the top here, you're going to get 3 to 4 AdWords. You're going to get here the map pack I was talking about, and then you've got the organic search results here. Now, let me just go to those 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because these 6 here, they take about between 70 to 95% of the clicks. They will get most of the business. And the ads will get between 10 to 25%. And the rest is divided by the rest. Okay? So this is the place to be in those 3 or those 3. So what is it going to take to get into those 3 and those 3? Now, if you're in a very, very highly competitive market like cosmetic surgery in California, it's going to take a lot of money and a lot of time. But what I've found here is there's a lot of demand for tree surgery, but the competition as far as the digital marketing going here is very, very easy to outperform, and I'll show you why. And there's things that you can do immediately that can help you as well. So first of all, I wanted to show you what does it take to get into the top 3 here. Well, mainly in this industry, because of the non-activity as far as online marketing goes, it's all about content. It's all about showing Google who's the most authoritative in the subject matter, the search term. Let me put this in perspective for you. And let me go to a search term, a generic search term, Mike Tyson. So I searched for Mike Tyson, and the number 1 that came up always for a lot of generic terms is Wikipedia. Now, why did they choose Wikipedia to be to serve Wikipedia as number 1? Well, Google can see that this Wikipedia, look at this, is the most authoritative, thorough content on Mike Tyson that you'll ever see on the internet. Everything about his life, his boxing career, his rape case, his divorce, his dog's brother's name. I mean, everything that you can think of about Mike Tyson is here, and there's a lot of links out to other authoritative sites and a lot of internal links as well. But Google served these up because they know that the person who searched for Mike Tyson, they're going to have the best information from this site. And that's what Google want. They want to make sure that their users have a great experience from their search, because that's when people are going to use Google more. If more people use Google, the more businesses are going to advertise. And that's where they get their money from, of course. So what does that mean to you? It means to you, if you can show Google that you are the most authoritative on tree surgery in your area and just beat the competition. You don't have to beat the world. You don't have to put this amount in there, that's for sure. They're beating the world on this. All you've got to do is beat your local competition, and that's it. So, and you can see it's all text, hardly any pictures. But I always advise my clients to put at least 1,000 words on the front page. Now, a lot of business owners will say, I don't want so many words because it looks ugly. Well, you can make it look good, and anyway, no one's going to see it if you don't put those words on anyway. So what do you want? A pretty looking site or actually visitors? So here you've got about 200 maybe words here, 250 maybe on the front page. Let's have a look at your top competitors in Swindon, for example. Here, Swindon Tree Surgery. They've got about 300 on their front page. Easy to outperform. So easy to outperform. S. Burnett, so easy to show Google that you're more authoritative than these. Very easy. Okay. There's a lot more to it than just content on the front page. You're going to have links to other pages as well, etc. But mainly get the content on the front page. With the right keywords sprinkled about, with the right headings and stuff. I can help with that if you want to. So that's the content part of it. So I call your content on your site voting for yourself. Google also are looking for other sites that vote for you, and they're called backlinks. We don't have to go into that so much because actually content would do it. Because I'll show you in a minute a tool that I use I can see, but content would really do it. If you want a few backlinks, that's easy to get as well. But you can certainly outperform these guys. Now I know that you're doing that for the search term tree surgeon Cotswolds, for example. You're outperforming everybody in that because of your content and because of some name that you got in there as well. That helps. And you're number one there, and you're number one in the maps as well. So how to do that on purpose for all the very highly searched terms is the key, because this is not such a high volume search term. You're only getting roughly 50 searches a month for that. And so to get it to perform in that is not going to give you a lot of results, unfortunately. So how do you get into these positions? How do you purposely get into these positions? For example, I know that if I clicked here, no one does that, by the way, no searchers do that, but you're on number 4. So you may be popping into there now and again, but how can you make certain that you're in that? I can help you with that. But the one of the most important things is have high quality citations. The number of citations that you have. What's a citation? The citation is where you have registered on a directory like Yellow Pages and those kind of things. It's number of directories that you're registered with your name, your address, and your phone number. Google call it the NAP. How many times your NAP, your name, address, and phone number in the right format are seen in directories and other places around the internet. And I use a tool, again, it's not always accurate, called White Spark, and I can see that Cotswold Tree Surgeons, that's you, have 39 citations, and you are better, this is the Swindon one, 16 citations they have, and the S. Burnett has 9 citations. So you're already outperforming them, and I'll have to go to the sources there to find out if they're Google approved citations. If you have a citation where you have your name, address, and phone number on a pornographic site, that is not a quality citation, and Google will actually penalize you for that. So they've got to be Google approved. I always put in here at least 50. We can put in 100 there in the top 100 directories Google approved for UK, and that's what I do for all my clients. So I would go to check your citations to make sure they're high quality, and there may be a few other reasons why you're not in that Swindon pack. It's because you're not actually putting the keywords in your website to show Google that that's where you want to be. So it's the content plus this, of course. So you could easily outperform them. You're already doing that, and you can get into the map pack pretty easy for most of the top keywords. That's how you get in there. Let's just have a quick look at that, actually. I use a tool called Ahrefs. It's not 100% accurate, but it does give a good indication. For example, this is yourself here, your company. You're getting most of your keywords from that term there, but there's only 50 a month. You're getting 19 here. You're getting 6 in the 8th position of Tree Surgeon Swindon. Just imagine if you're in the top position here, you'd easily get 19, you probably get about 30, 25 to 30 in the top position of that term. So you want to be in there. There's 100 searches for Wiltshire there if you cover that area. If you're in the number 1 position there, again, you'd get at least 2030. Tree surgeons near me, if you can get into that, at least in your area where you are located, your address is, you could get, another 50, 60. So just on the surface research, I can see that you can multiply your traffic by 5 times, by 10 times quite easily by going to by optimizing for the right search terms. This one is a very important one, and I'm going to share with you. Let's have a quick look at your competitor here, Tree Surgeon Swindon. Well, they're getting most of their traffic from that one search term, and that's it. Very little from anywhere else. This keyword difficulty here shows me that it's easy to outperform your competitors for those different keywords. So if I go back here, I can see it's easy to outperform. Anything below 10, if you go to a competitive market, if cosmetic surgery in California, these will be 80 or 70. But here, very easy to outperform, even the ones with high search terms here for difficulty. That's the hardest so far. So that gives a great indication. Let's have a quick look at your ads, your AdWords, yes. So looking at your AdWord here we are. So again, I always advise my clients to have the maximum amount of what I call real estate. The real estate you're taking up here is that footprint there. The real estate of this Wiltshire one here is much, much bigger, double. So statistically speaking, if 100 people came to see these 3, most people would actually click on this one or this one, even though that you're on the top. Even though you have Tree Surgeon in there, and that you have Tree Surgeon here, they can see Tree Surgeon here, Tree Surgeon here. You've got Cotswolds there. You don't have Cotswolds in yours, except for your website, of course. Not easy to see. If someone had Cotswolds here, that would also be useful. So really expand your volume here. The percentage of clicks that you'll get will go up for sure. Your cost per click will go down. Your click-through rate will go up. Now, I can't see what you're doing there. It's great that you have your number there. No one else seems to have done that. That's very good for your type of service. You need, depending on what you're doing inside, I don't know. If you want to, show me that, I can give you some advice as well on what you're doing with Google. Are you optimizing for leads? Are you optimizing for maximum clicks? Are you doing it yourself? The best way is to do it yourself. If you know what you're doing, you can adjust it and get your click-through rate up and your cost per click down and down and down. As the ad goes along, you can adjust it so you get your click-through, your cost per click down, and your leads, cost per lead down as well. So I can't see that. I can just see this part. But you can do a lot more with this ad to make it a lot more visible. And that's what you need to do. Okay, so very quickly, we're at 14 minutes. I want to be below 15. For a landing page for your Google Ads, this is really a website normally is not the greatest conversions from visitors to becoming leads. It's good that you have your number here and it's clickable on mobile, but I would have a form not right at the bottom. I would have it right up front here. I would make this even bigger. Look, I'll show you a company in Cornwall. Yeah, so here, Tree Surgeon Cornwall, for example. At the bottom, you'll see this ad here. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. So these have been advertising for a long time. I've been following it. You can see they're taking up more space, more real estate, if you like, than any of these other two. And their landing page has been there for a while, so it's obviously working. And this is their landing page. It's just a one page. But you can see that they have a quote form here. They have credibility. Is another thing that I would put on your site is credibility. Call us today, or a lot of call to actions, as we call them. What they do exactly, they could put more there. I would put some testimonials here as well, but you can see they're credible. People know what they do. You see, people who are looking for you actually they don't know too much about tree surgery, and they just want to know that this company is viable. They want to know that you know what you're doing. They want to see trust and credibility. And that's why I was going to say something about this, actually, this kind of site here. although I don't like the way they put it, these kind of icons, if they're put properly and neatly and nicely, are very, very important for landing pages. People love to see trust mark, city guilds, even though you might not think it's any good, but they love to see this type of thing. This, by the way, you need to make clickable on your mobile. It's not clickable. So as I said, these guys are actually doing very, very well as far as converting visitors to inquiries. Now, when they click here, maybe, or what I would do if someone, once they fill this in, they click here, then they could go to the website and have a look at a lot more. But get them to become a lead as soon as possible from a Google ad. They are really searching for you. Okay. And that's about it, really. The other thing is I wanted to share with you is if you're looking at Gloucester, this is Cirencester is about the middle of Cotswolds. So what I'm able to do, just to give you a quick rundown, is I can get into the map pack a listing of the, in a map in Bristol, in Bath, in all these areas around here, anywhere that you do business, Cheltenham, Cirencester, Oxford, anywhere. Of course, you're in your own one. You can easily get into your Swindon one. I can show you how to do that. But I could get a map listing in all these areas where you serve and transfer the leads to you. That's where it would be a huge advantage. So if I'm, for example, in Chippenham here, and I have someone types in, tree surgery near me, I could put a map listing where I would come up there, and which way you couldn't do that because you're only located in Swindon. I have a way of getting these map listings in all over the place here. So you could actually benefit from that if you wanted to. Anyway, I've gone over my time. I'm sorry about that. I hope this has been useful. I hope there's been some value to you. You can start doing some stuff immediately to get into the best positions. But really the keyword research shows us that you can actually, quadruple, multiply your traffic by 5, by 10 very easily by going into the right keywords and putting a page for Wiltshire, putting a page for Swindon, and things like this. And that's what I would do. I would really do work on your content on your website to get into those positions. Then you'd go get into the map positions as well, because you've already got a fair number of citations. Although we could add to that as well. I would put at least 50 citations from the most approved Google directories. Okay, that's it. I thank you so much for your time. I've sent this with email, so if you'd like to get back to me, please don't hesitate to call me and we can have a chat. I did mention that we could have a discovery call where we can go over a few questions and discover whether we can, work together if you wanted to. Okay, that's it. Bye for now. Bye for now, and God bless. Thanks.